Archangel Michael says, you are staying in a house that is not as peaceful as it looks from the outside. Behind those walls, a quiet storm is being stirred up by the hands of a woman you've never suspected. She's not only been watching your every move, but she has also left traces of her intentions in places you haven't yet noticed. Something was placed near your entrance days ago, and its purpose is not innocent. This woman is involved in something deeper than curiosity. She is connected to an energy trying to block your forward path. While you sleep, there have been whispers made in your name, and someone knows far more about your schedule than you ever told them. Archangel Michael says, she has entered your space before, silently, secretly, and with something hidden in her pocket. What she dropped behind your furniture was not just a random object. That item carries a symbolic tie, a message to a force she is trying to call against you. Her eyes have stared into your windows from across the street more than once. She has smiled when your curtains moved, thinking you were unaware. But Archangel Michael says you were never alone. Your soul felt the shift, the disturbance, the pulse of threat arriving in silence. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The woman doesn't live too far from where you stay. In fact, she has passed by your home pretending to talk on the phone, glancing at every corner. The moment she saw your house, something inside her turned bitter, and now she wants something that isn't hers. She is trying to place herself close to your belongings, watching the light patterns in your rooms. She has spoken to someone who holds your address and asked them strange questions about when you leave and who you stay with. They laughed it off, but she wrote every detail down. This woman is working with two others, one older, and one who wears the color blue often. They met at a cafe where your name came up more than once, and they devised a subtle plan to use your environment to weaken your spirit. The danger doesn't knock loudly, it slips through cracks like a shadow. Inside your house, there's a chair you haven't moved in a long time. Underneath it is something that will shake you when you see it. You didn't put it there, but it's been with you, waiting to be noticed. Type Amen to get blessing 717. Someone touched your gate handle recently and whispered a name, your name. They were testing the spiritual resistance surrounding you. If the energy had been weak, what they intended might have already entered. She has a familiar face, perhaps someone you've greeted without thinking. But behind her smile is a past filled with resentment and envy toward you. She doesn't want what you have, she wants you gone from where you are. Archangel Michael says, this woman carries a scent that once filled your space, something floral, something out of place in your home. That scent is not from your perfumes or your items, it's hers, and it lingers like a silent claim. She has pressed her energy into objects you haven't realized have shifted. She doesn't know the force that surrounds you is not ordinary. Every attempt she makes will bring more consequences for her than she imagines. You are divinely guarded, but this message is to awaken you before she makes another move. Type Amen to get blessing 909. One night, she stood near your door but didn't knock. She felt something block her breath, like the air itself was telling her not to proceed. She left angry, but even more determined to try again. There is a crack on your wall, she noticed. She believes it's her portal in. She whispered something to it, thinking it would work, but the spirit protecting you pushed her energy out before it could settle. She believes in things she shouldn't, rituals not meant for goodness. The last time she entered someone's home this way, chaos followed. But your house isn't just a house, it's been chosen for a reason, and her methods are not working. Archangel Michael says, 3 birds circled above your roof one evening for more than 20 minutes. That was not coincidence. That was the divine realm warning her off. She noticed them too, and since then, she's been more careful. Type Amen to get blessing 444. In her room, she has written your name more than once. She folded it into pieces, lit candles, and said things that should not be said. Her intention is to displace you, but your foundation is not hers to shake. Someone told her a lie about you, and she believed it without hesitation. That lie is what turned her interest into obsession. But she has never met the real you, and if she had, she wouldn't dare target someone chosen. There is a mirror in your home, you've looked at it without noticing the strange pull lately. That mirror has captured something, a moment when her presence tried to reflect through it. You may think it's your mind playing games, but your senses are sharper than you realize. The woman once stood beside your houseplants and touched the soil. She left something there, tiny but intentional. Since then, that plant has not grown the same, and now you know why. Type Amen to get blessing 626. Archangel Michael says, your front door heard her name before you did. The wood remembers, the ground remembers, and now, you are beginning to remember too. She thought you were unaware, but that was her first mistake. Someone warned her once to stop meddling in your direction. But she laughed, thinking you were too ordinary to be dangerous. What she doesn't understand is that light often hides behind quiet souls, and when it shines, it blinds those who tried to walk through the darkness. She's planning to return again, this time with something inside her pocket. It's not a gift, and it's not friendly. It is symbolic, dark, and carries the energy of manipulation. The lights in your hallway sometimes flicker without reason. That's not coincidence. There is an energy trying to pulse its way through, and you must cleanse what was touched. Type Amen to get blessing 828. The woman has a scar she hides. It's not physical, it's emotional, and tied to betrayal. Someone once promised her a future, then vanished, and she blamed your family for it. Now, she seeks revenge not directly, but spiritually. In her dreams, you appear, but not as a friend, as an obstacle. She wakes up angry, confused, and more determined. But every attempt she makes only tightens the protection surrounding you. You felt dizzy near your living room area, not because of health, but because energy was pulled from there. One item has been draining you slowly, a misplaced object that does not belong to you. Archangel Michael says, remove it tonight. She watches your lights from afar. She counts how many times they go off. She thinks she knows your routine, but the divine forces shift your path just enough to confuse her. Type Amen to get blessing 383. She once left a small note under a loose brick near your back door. It had no name, but the words were directed to you. Those words invited chaos, but your silence blocked them. She wanted someone to side with her, to open a door for her into your home. But no one did, because even your enemies know your house carries a shield. And that shield is not from this world. Archangel Michael says, your dreams have been showing you symbols. Water, birds, keys, and shadows. You thought they were just images, but they were coded warnings about this woman. Someone in your neighborhood knows who she is. They've seen her near your home more than once. But they've chosen to say nothing, out of fear, or silence, or both. Type Amen to get blessing 511. Every object placed at your door matters. Don't ignore the small paper you found last week. That handwriting was hers. She doesn't just walk by anymore. She watches from a silver car parked near a tree, engine off, eyes on your porch. She's taking mental notes, but her time is running out. The spirits that guard you have been restless lately. You've heard a noise, a whistle, a flicker in your dreams. That's them waking you, not to scare you, but to prepare you. Archangel Michael says, she has a voice that changes around others. To your face, she may seem polite, calm, perhaps even friendly. But in the presence of shadows, her tongue sharpens. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Inside your house, place a small glass of water near the center room. Watch how it reacts in the coming days. It may reveal things you didn't expect. Her power is not greater than yours, it only works in silence. But now that you know, she can no longer hide in the dark. Your floor creaked a little louder last Thursday. That wasn't you. That was her energy trying to walk in. Archangel Michael says, you will see a sign, a bird will tap on your window. The moment that happens, cleanse your space. She will try again, but this time, she will fail completely. Type Amen to get blessing 202. She is already starting to feel the resistance growing against her. You may not see it with your eyes, but her intentions are starting to collapse. The things she tried to send your way are turning back toward her. The candles she lit with your name are burning in the wrong direction now. They flicker and go out quicker than before. That's because the angels surrounding your home have created a mirror shield that reflects every silent curse she speaks. Archangel Michael says, your walls have become sacred. Every time she walks past now, she feels heavy in her chest. She doesn't understand why her dreams are becoming haunted, but the answer is, you are not unprotected. She believes your silence makes you weak, but silence can be the most powerful defense. You are not responding with fear because your spirit has grown wiser. Her confusion is building, and she will soon expose herself. Type Amen to get blessing 575. Someone she once worked with has now turned against her. That person saw something in a dream, a vision where your house was covered in golden light. They woke up terrified and warned her to stop, but she didn't listen. This is no longer just about envy. This woman is under influence from another entity. That entity used her bitterness as a door, and now she doesn't even know what fully controls her. You felt moments where the air in your home shifts strangely. Like something brushes past, cold but unseen. That is not your imagination, it was her presence trying to reach, but being blocked halfway. There are scratches near your back wall. You didn't cause them. They were made by something trying to gain entry through unnatural means. Type Amen to get blessing 344. She's taken a photograph of your house from a distance. In that photo, something strange appeared, a glowing orb right near your door. She tried to delete it, but it kept returning every time she uploaded it. Now she's getting afraid. Her curiosity has turned into obsession, and her obsession is turning into paranoia. That's the power of divine reversal, when evil intentions begin to collapse inward. Someone she knows tried to warn her again. They saw your image in a glass of water and it rippled in warning. But instead of backing down, she laughed, and that laugh is about to cost her dearly. Archangel Michael says, you will soon come across something out of place, a feather, a hairpin, a torn piece of fabric. When you see it, don't ignore it. That object will tell you how close she came. Type Amen to get blessing 888. She's starting to lose her grip. The people around her can feel the shift in her behavior. She's becoming erratic, mumbling things that don't make sense, all because her plan is failing. She never thought the house you stay in was divinely marked. She believed it was just another structure, but it's a temple now. The moment you moved in, the energy changed completely. Your presence shifted the history of that space. The old echoes faded, and new light poured in. That's what angered her. She feels that you don't deserve what you have. But her judgment was wrong from the beginning. You were chosen to occupy that space for a reason. And now, no one will be able to remove you from it. Type Amen to get blessing 454. There's a room she wanted to enter most, the one you pray or meditate in. That room holds your essence. She sensed the power in it and tried to imagine herself inside, replacing your energy with hers. But she forgot one thing, energy never lies. The house rejected her every time. It became heavier for her, like the air thickened and choked her thoughts. Archangel Michael says, her time of spying is nearing its end. A storm is coming her way, not one of weather, but of exposure. What she's hidden will be made public soon, and her name will echo in places she never expected. You'll hear someone accidentally reveal her connection to your address. They will slip up in casual conversation. That moment will confirm what your spirit already knew. Type Amen to get blessing 303. She was hoping you'd move. She was hoping the pressure would force you out. But instead, you're becoming stronger, rooted deeper, and now she's running out of time. You are meant to rise in that space. There's something you're going to build there, a dream, a plan, a breakthrough. And her efforts to disturb that are becoming futile. Archangel Michael says, watch for patterns, 3 knocks with no one outside, sudden wind inside locked rooms, objects slightly moved. These are signs of spiritual tension, but also signs of intervention on your behalf. She once tried to mark your doorstep with a powder. But before it could activate, it dissolved. A cat walked through it and scattered the dust, unknowingly saving you from what she tried to set in motion. Type Amen to get blessing 111. You are a threat to her, not because of anything you did, but because of who you are. Your light speaks louder than any words. Your peace disturbs the demons she secretly called. She's been visited in her dreams by a figure dressed in blue, Archangel Michael himself. He warned her silently, and she woke up sweating. That's why she hasn't returned in 3 days. But don't relax yet, she's not done trying. Before she completely gives up, she may attempt one last thing. That's why you needed this message now, to be prepared. Archangel Michael says, even the walls of your house are responding. They vibrate differently now. That's the sound of angelic presence surrounding every brick. Type Amen to get blessing 515. You may have noticed certain items disappearing or turning up in strange places. That's not forgetfulness, that's interference. She's tried using objects to draw your focus elsewhere. But you stayed centered. You stayed still. And now, everything she threw at you is circling back. There is a wind that keeps entering from one corner of your room, it always arrives during a specific hour. That is not natural. That is the veil between dimensions shifting slightly to alert you. This woman has no idea what she truly awakened. She didn't touch just a house, she disturbed a chosen vessel, a spiritual dwelling. Now the price of her curiosity is echoing back. Type Amen to get blessing 686. Your home will become brighter in coming days. Light will enter in ways it didn't before. Even rain will sound different against your roof, more like a blessing than a storm. That's because the shift has begun. The angels have activated full protection. Her final thread of connection is fraying fast. She will try to walk by one last time, but this time, she will feel as if a wall of glass stands between her and your home. Her feet will feel heavy. Her mind will race. And then, she will leave for good. Archangel Michael says, you are safe. You are strong. And now, your home is sealed. Type Amen to get blessing 747. She thought the energy around you would weaken with time. But the opposite is happening, your house has become a fortress. The more she circles it, the more divine fire surrounds it. What she whispered near your doorstep last week is being undone right now. The words didn't land where she intended. They were caught midair by a higher realm and thrown back into her own space. Archangel Michael says, your windows are glowing from within, even when you think it's dark outside. That glow is not physical light, it's spiritual defense. It scares her more than anything. She'll soon try to approach someone you know. She will pretend to be someone else, a passerby, a stranger asking for help. But you will sense the disguise instantly. Type Amen to get blessing 939. There's a dark cloth hidden inside her drawer. Wrapped inside it is something she once owned but now uses for energy redirection. Your name has been whispered to it more than once. She believes that cloth holds her power. But what she doesn't realize is that it's already absorbing her consequences. The spiritual balance has turned against her. Your doorway now emits heat to those with wrong intentions. If you've noticed animals hesitating at your entrance, that's not a bad omen, it's a sign of sensitivity. They sense the heat of protection. Archangel Michael says, your silence is more dangerous to her than any confrontation. Your stillness makes her uneasy. She expected fear, but instead, you gave her mystery. Type Amen to get blessing 818. She's now trying to find another way in, not physically, but mentally. She is attempting to make someone around you doubt you, hoping to create a crack. But the people around you are being awakened too. Someone will mention her name by accident soon. You may overhear it or read it in a message. That will be confirmation, she was closer than you thought. She once stood near your garbage bin and whispered something over it. She believed throwing something inside your space would connect her energy to yours. But she made a mistake, she forgot your house isn't just protected, it's sanctified. Archangel Michael says, that bin was blessed long ago. Even your shadows are protected. Nothing sent toward you will ever return with success. Type Amen to get blessing 474. She tried to mark your home as hers spiritually. That's why you felt a coldness around the hallway last Friday. But it didn't last, because your home rejected the claim immediately. A woman like her has done this before. Another household, another innocent soul. But she succeeded only when they weren't warned, and now, you are. The next time you clean the floor, listen closely. The sound of water will carry something different, it will hum. That is a sign your ancestors are now guarding the space more closely. She may attempt to break her silence by sending a message. It will be disguised as kindness. But don't be fooled. Type Amen to get blessing 292. Your dreams are becoming more vivid for a reason. You may see rooms in colors you've never seen. Those colors represent seals being activated. She is losing energy. Her eyes have dark circles now, her focus is slipping. She doesn't realize she's draining herself by trying to drain you. There's a chance she may involve another woman to try again. This new person will not act directly, but may be used as a messenger. Pay close attention to sudden visits or accidental meetings. They are not accidental. Archangel Michael says, the next 3 nights will be important. You may feel a vibration under your pillow or near your headboard. That is not just a sensation, it is the angels shifting their formation. Type Amen to get blessing 227. She recently broke something, a glass, a frame, something close to her. It shattered without cause, and she now believes it was because of you. But in truth, it shattered because her negative energy couldn't handle its own reflection. She is becoming afraid of mirrors. She avoids looking into them, especially after speaking about you. Her own guilt is starting to rise to the surface. She will try to release herself soon, maybe by traveling, maybe by silence. But her spirit is already entangled in the very chaos she wanted to send toward you. The soil near your doorstep is sacred. No matter what was thrown there, salt, ash, herbs, none of it will grow roots. You are divinely out of reach. Type Amen to get blessing 117. Someone once tried to warn you about her, but hesitated. That same person will soon try again. Pay attention when they speak next time. There will be a clue, hidden in a casual sentence. Archangel Michael says, her next attempt will be smaller, more subtle. But it will reveal the full extent of her intentions. One glance will be all you need to confirm it. She can't sleep well anymore. The nights she used to spend plotting are now filled with terror. That is the price of trying to enter a house chosen by heaven. Every lock in your house has become a seal. Every corner has become a watchtower. Even when you're not praying, your energy holds prayer. Type Amen to get blessing 555. She has dreams of being inside your house, walking, opening drawers, touching things. But she wakes up before she reaches the room she fears most. That room holds the truth she's not ready to face. She once picked a flower from your neighbor's garden and dropped its petals near your gate. She thought it would soften your defenses. But nature belongs to the divine, and it refused her command. Soon, she will disappear for a while. You'll feel her absence before you even confirm it. That's because her energy is no longer welcome within your vicinity. You may hear a knock with no one there. That is not her, that is the final echo of her failed presence being cast away. Type Amen to get blessing 101. Archangel Michael says, no more shadows will move without your knowledge. No more cold spots will surprise you. You are now in full awareness. She can't undo what she's done, and the fear is beginning to eat at her. She's tried to act innocent to others, but her eyes reveal too much. Someone will soon bring you something she left behind, an object, an item, a sign. When you touch it, speak only one word, return. The energy will know what to do. Her own house will now feel what yours felt. The heaviness, the flicker of lights, the unease. But unlike you, she will not know how to stand against it. Type Amen to get blessing 777. And now, your space will be filled with clarity. You will know who is real and who is not. You will know who's watching and who's wandering. Her obsession is no longer your burden. You were never the target, you were the mirror. She saw what she couldn't become, and that broke her spirit. But Archangel Michael says, the final layer is lifting now. The cycle is closing. And your house will never again feel the same. You are free. She is fading. And the silence that returns will be peace, not pause. Type Amen to get blessing 606.